Hi, my name is Danny Lopez, and today I'll be doing my American government project over JDB versus North Carolina. In 2005, a 13-year-old special education male student named JDB was suspected of being involved in local theft crimes. The police showed up to the boy's school to interrogate him in front of the school officials. JDB was not informed of his Miranda rights before the interrogation, such as his right to remain silent and his right to a lawyer. During the interrogation, JDB self-incriminated himself. The case was granted on November 1st, 2010, and it was argued on March 23rd, 2011, and the case was decided by the Roberts Court. The central issue for the court case was, should courts consider the age of a juvenile suspect in deciding whether he or she is in custody for Miranda rights? You may ask yourself, why did the court case go all the way to the Supreme Court? In December 2009, the North Carolina State Court decided that it could not consider the boy's age or special education state in determining whether he was in custody. Because of that, he was not entitled to Miranda warnings. But JDB and his family and his lawyer thought different and decided to take this court case all the way to the Supreme Court, which was granted on November 1st, 2010. In summary, the decision of the court was written by Justice Sonia Sotomayor. She said, on quote, "It is beyond dispute that children will often feel bound to submit to police questioning when an adult in the same circumstances would feel free to leave, seeing no reason for police officers or courts to blind themselves to that common sense reality. We should hold that a child's age properly informs the Miranda custody analysis." The dissent was 4 and there were no concurrent in the cases. The justices on this case were Justices Roberts, Scalia, Kennedy, Thomas, Ginsburg, Breyer, Alito, Sotomayor, and Kagan. Ginsburg, Sotomayor, Kagan, and Breyer, and Kennedy all voted yes, while Roberts, Alito, Scalia, and Thomas voted no. Justice John Roberts took his place in office on September 29, 2005, and is currently still in office. He was nominated by President George W. Bush. Justice Antonin Scalia took his place in office on September 26, 1986, until his death in February 13, 2016, and was nominated by President Ronald Reagan. Justice Anthony Kennedy took his office on February 11, 1988, and is still in office. He was also nominated by President Ronald Reagan. Justice Clarence Thomas took his place in office on October 18, 1991, and is still in service today. He was nominated by President George H.W. Bush. Justice Ruth Ginsburg took her place in office on August 5, 1993, and was nominated by President Bill Clinton. Justice Stephen Breyer took his place in office on August 3, 1994, and was nominated by President Bill Clinton. Justice Samuel Alito took his place in office on January 31, 2006, and was nominated by President George W. Bush. Justice Sonia Sotomayor took her place in office on August 6, 2009, and was nominated by President Barack Obama. Justice Elena Kagan took her place in office on August 6, 2010, and was nominated by President Barack Obama.
There you go.
Now you may ask yourself, why does this case matter? Why does it matter in the United States? Well, personally, I think it matters to all our youth, especially me being a 17-year-old teenage student. It determines whether we have the same rights as adults when taken to being interrogated by police or any other law enforcement. It lets us know our rights, and it creates pretty much just equal liberty between everybody, no matter the age. I truly believe that if this court case wouldn't have happened actually, then we would still have problems to this day on whether underage kids should have the same rights as adults when being under police custody.